Hello guys, the Cruiser54 here today. We're gonna be making a new type of video. It's gonna be about scary stories, pretty much about like creepypastas. I'm gonna be reading one of my favorites. It's called Normal Porn from NormalPeople.com. It's kind of a fucking retarded and maybe an urban myth or something. Maybe you can call it that. Just because some people have actually seen it and some people have not, so it might be true and it might not be true, but I wouldn't recommend you looking up the videos which I fucking say, just because it's fucking disgusting, and please just don't watch them. And I do think that useless.avi does exist, and it's around there in some gore site, but you can watch that on your own free time. But if that's if you're a sadist. Anyways, here we go. Everyone knows that if you surf the web long enough, you will see some pretty sick shit. This is especially true if you intentionally dwell into the dark underbelly of the internet. I've seen quite a few things I don't care to admit. But one thing that I'll always remember is a site called Normal Porn for NormalPeople.com. The first strange thing about the site was that I didn't even find it by looking for it. It was just emailed to me by someone I didn't know. The email was as follows. Hey there. I found this site. It's very nice. That you might like it. Normal Porn for NormalPeople.com. Pass it on for the good of mankind. Pretty standard issue of a chain letter, although the URL and the last remark really piqued my curiosity. I was having a very boring day when I got this, so I made sure my antivirus was working and then I clicked on it. It was a very average and generic site. It gave the impression that the creators just barely gave a shit about making it professional. The author seemed to have a very tenacious grasp on English. And the front page was a long, boring, and incoherent rant I don't even remember or have saved. The site had a strange tagline which even today people haven't figured out what it means. It was Normal Porn for NormalPeople.com, a website dedicated to the eradication of abnormal sexuality. And from the sound of that, I wasn't even sure if I was here to watch porn or if I stumbled into some kind of eugenetic program. But I was here now, and I was very, very curious to see what normal people get their rocks off to. So I scrolled down through the rant and nothing. The page didn't seem to link to anywhere else, and I was about to leave when I noticed every word of the rant was actually its own hyperlink. So I clicked on one of them and I was sent to a white page with a very long list of links from the form of the URL. So I stopped for a minute and asked myself, do I really want to waste God knows how much time clicking on random links and that will likely give me a virus that will rape my computer? I figured I'd just try it out for at least 5 minutes, just to see if I came up with anything. I clicked on one of the links and was sent to another page. This page apparently had totally different URLs than the last one. I was just about to say fuck this when I clicked on the third link, and the video download came up. It was called Peanut.avi. It was a 30-minute long video of a man and a woman and a dog in a kitchen. The woman would make a peanut butter sandwich, and the man would set it down for the dog to eat. This was all that happened for 30 minutes. It was obvious that the cameraman had to stop filming it and wait until the dog was ready to eat it again. The dog seemed rather sick by the end of it. I know what you're thinking. What the hell does this have to do with porn? I have no clue. I've seen a little over 24 videos on this site, and the majority had no sexual activity at all. After watching Peanut.avi, I went on a certain image board I frequent to play online show and tell. Sorry, this is actually messed up. But someone had already made a thread about it. Some guy who had received the same chat letter that I did. The image board thread got lots of these people with nothing better to do than dig around through the site. And that's how I saw the other videos. Most of the 24 videos were very uneventful, and consisted of people talking to the cameraman in a room with nothing in it but a desk and a few chairs. I mean literally, nothing on the walls or nothing in terms of furniture. The whole room had a very cold and sterile feel to it though. The conversations were just ideal banter about previous jobs and embarrassing childhood moments. I kept expecting some kind of discussion about what the people were filming or what the site was actually about, but of course, nothing. You would never know these videos had anything to do with porn if you saw it out of context. I will say one thing though. The people who appeared in these videos were quite attractive. However, the other videos were actually featured, which I suppose could be sexual content, but things got weird. I'll give brief descriptions of the strange videos. If you're really eaten up with curiosity, you can try to hunt them down in some torrent site. LickedClean.avi, a 10-minute video filmed by a hidden camera in which we see a repairman working on a washing machine for at least the first 2 minutes. When it's fixed, the repairman talks to the owner briefly and leaves. The owner checks to make sure if the repairman is gone and begins to lick all over the top of the washing machine. This goes on for 7 minutes. Jimbo.avi, a 5-minute video of the beast's mind performing his act. It was actually pretty funny, particularly one part where he pretends to pull up a chair, then pretends it breaks because of his weight. In the last 30 seconds of the video, the camera cuts to a static briefly and cuts back to a man sobbing quietly, still wearing the mime outfit and makeup. Some kind of obscure fetish? Diana.avi, a 4-minute video in which the cameraman talks to a woman in a room different from the interview room. This room looks like one you'll find in a normal person's house. It's exactly where there is never specified, as Diana only talks about her violin playing. She obviously plays her violin, but she keeps getting distracted by something. I didn't notice this until someone pointed it out in the image board. But if you look at the mirror in the background, you can see a fat man in a chicken mask masturbating. Jessica.avi, another 4-minute cameraman video. This time he's outside a house talking to another young woman. They talk about canoe rides. The camera zooms out to reveal the city streets behind them occasionally. The strange thing is, no one so far has been able to identify where this street is. Cases have ranged everywhere from Europe to Australia to the Philippines. But there's yet no match to the street shown in this video. Tonguetied.avi, a 10-minute video. The first 5 minutes consist of an elderly woman making out with a mannequin. The video cuts out like it did in Jimbo.avi halfway through, and the scene is now a group of mannequins huddled together in a circle around the camera. The lights have been dimmed, and the elderly woman is nowhere to be seen. From this point on, there is no sound. Stumps.avi. 5-minute long video where a man with no legs is attempting to breakdance on a DDR mat in which looks like the kitchen from Peanut.avi, but it's much dirtier. There's a radio playing music unseen in the background, but it stops at the 4-minute mark when the man collapses at the mat in exhaustion. He breathes heavily and pleads with someone off-screen to let him rest. This off-screen person becomes terrifyingly enraged and yells at him to keep dancing, and he does. You can hear this off-screen person begin to scream as the video ends abruptly. Privacy.avi. The woman from Diana.avi is masturbating on the mattress in the interviewing room, while the man from Stumps.avi walks around on his hands while wearing some kind of goblin mask. The other door in this room was always closed in the other videos, but is now open. In this video, the only light is the room, and the hallway is dark. Near the end of the video, you can see an animal quickly run through the hallway. And finally, the last video was recovered. Useless.avi. In this 18-minute video, a blonde woman from one of the previous interviewing videos is tied down to a mattress. Must be the one from Jessica.avi. She attempts to scream, but her mouth is tapped over. Sorry, tape. After 7 minutes, a man in a black suit and black mask opens the door, but he does not enter. He holds the door open for an animal that was running in the hall in the previous video. It's revealed to be an adult chimpanzee, its hair shaved and its entire body painted in red, or maybe covered in blood. It seemed to be starved and abused, and with several wounds along its shoulders and back. When the chimp enters the room, the masked man closes the door behind it. The chimpanzee starts sniffing the air a moment, almost like if he's blind, and notices the woman tied to the mattress. It goes on a frenzy and begins to maul her. The assault goes on for a grueling 7 minutes until the woman finally dies. The chimp eats the flesh from her corpse for 4 minutes as the video ends. The thread exploded with activity after this video was uncovered, and people discussed it into long nights. When I came back to the image board the next day, I found the thread was deleted. I started to make another one and they banned me. I tried emailing the guy who sent me the chain letter with the site's URL. I sent him 5 messages but never got a response. I have tried to discuss this website on various places and I got banned frequently. The site itself is also deleted about 3 days after useless.avi was uncovered. Likely because someone contacted authorities about it. The only proof from normal porn from normalpeople.com ever existed was a few screen caps people took about it, and videos from the site that people saved and uploaded on torrents. The most popular being useless.avi, which has found its way into a few gore sites. Wherever you upload them to, all the videos from normal porn from noblepeople.com get deleted after a while. So guys, how did you like that story? that creepypasta. So I've actually done a little bit of digging around, and I've actually found the video, or maybe not like a recreation. There's a little like a recreation of it on YouTube if you want to see it. It doesn't have any gore or anything, but it's a recreation of it. It's like a parody. But there is an actual video of what happened, and it's online, and it's a gore thing. I didn't watch it completely, but it's almost the same. It might be the same video, but you know, this type of things do happen, and it's sick, and it's gross, and it's fucking retarded. But you know how the world is. It's fucking sick. Fucking people are shits. So tell me what you guys like. And if you like this video, comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you want me to read any other creepypastas, bear in mind that this was my first time, so please guys, bear with me. It was just my first time. I know I stumbled upon little things and forgot about words and mumbled a little bit, but I'll get better, I hope. Anyways, like I said, various times, comment, rate, subscribe. And if you like these videos, look up in the other playthrough videos. I think I'll add a little playthrough video in this video. And yeah, so you guys can get in your game on, I guess. It is a gaming channel. So later guys.